First, I'm going to use the light color. Just do a little planning first. I'm just going to use, you see okay over here?
Yeah.
So I'm going to just use a little light color. If you don't like it, you can wash it. So I'm going to take a look. Before I put the color on the paper, you can visualize it to see how you would like to have it. Maybe, actually I have the face maybe over here. Can you see the area I'm circling? Now I have a little idea. I'm gonna put a little color right over here, and then maybe at this step, the most important part is how you can make that painting it become interesting. You're not just painting someone look like that person. That's just easy. But making something look interesting, that is not easy. So I have to come up with some kind of connection with the background and taking into all the considerations of other things if that make it all together interesting. So I'm gonna play with this. I might change the idea, change the composition until I'm happy with the direction I'm going. So I do like this a bit, but I'm gonna plan a little more. Let's see, I'm gonna picking a little part of the painting over here, put a little shape over here on the side. Step by step in the painting process, you don't want to skip this step. You say, I have to make it look real, but it's not interesting. Okay? So you try to figure it out one step at a time. Even though you may be out of time, you only do part of it, but every step, you make it solid, make it the way you want it, better than get into the details. I'm probably also going to have a little bit purple color and going to try to figure out the big shape. I see another painting on there in the background. I'm going to have something like this going on, and they're probably good. Have that over here. Maybe not totally square. Like that. And maybe over here also a little bit darker, but different colors. And I'm not painting a person. I'm making a picture. That is very different. Now I'm going to come back here. I think the compositions is okay. I have a little shape cut in over here. I think it's looks a little bit interesting. Now I'm going to come into, if you decide on this is the approach that you're going to go, the layout that you like it, and then the next step, and you're going into the proportion. If you practice proportion never should be a problem for you. You spend a week on it, it should be very easy. Now I'm gonna looking at up here, this is the forehead, this is the hairline. Here you go. I'm gonna looking at here, very light color. There is the nose right over here, and this is the area for the nose. And the eyebrows and the nose, and divide the face into three equal proportion. That is the forehead to the eyebrows, eyebrows to the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin. It, for most people, is equals exactly the same. When you start a portrait, you want to spend more time figure things out. Go to YouTube, search Yong, Chen, portrait basics. It will all pop up to you. Each lesson should focus on one little tips, and they'll all connect together. You should know how to do a portrait really quickly. I'm going to come back over here. That's the nose, and then the chin over here, because she opened the mouth. Let's keep open. So now the nose to the chin a little bit longer than the eyebrows to the nose. This is good, as soon as we know that. So I'm going to draw a little the eyebrows line over here, and then the other eyebrows are over here. And then Usually the eye is from the eyebrows to the nose 1/3. So would be the eye. And this would be the eye. I always like the idea of painting directly with the brush or drawing directly with the brush. And like for example, I think I don't want this corner over here. What I want to do is just use the brush and wipe it off. Right, it's pretty simple. So let's continue, do a little planning. And the lower eyelid, and I can make a blending really quickly. And now take a look at, okay, the mouth here, you can look at that, it looks like a triangle, like this. And you're not counting on all those lines, it's going to stay. And actually after you start doing the big wash, and they probably are going to disappear. Because this color pretty light. So you can see this is the lower lip. Or you're looking for shades. The same thing as you would do the oil painting or pastel. I put those things in places. Now I'm gonna take a look on this side. This side will be the face, the edge of the face, and going to this angle, like that. Now take a look on this side. The face probably should be a little bit narrower, like this. Here you go. And then the neck over here come in a little bit, right over here. It looks like the shoulder could be even lower. I'm gonna have the shoulder and coming down a little more, right over here. So this side of the shoulder in the right place already. And thinking about the width of the shoulder. That's good. Now we already finished the printing. Now we're going to start painting. When you start painting, you're painting the biggest connection. You're not painting the small area. Because the small area, the small shape like the eye is in the face. So you first painting the face first. The face has two sides. One is the light side, one is the shadow side. So you're looking for those first, right? For example, here, I'm gonna put the color. I already have the color over here. And this looks like very much like that color. Because the color I use is either red or the mixture of red, yellow, or blue. So you know the combination is very simple. You don't really need to complicate things. So what I'm looking for right now is looking for either the areas really light. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna paint in the whole face. I'm just gonna take a look, and this is the red, this is the yellow, looks like a little bit more orange. So what I want to do, I'm gonna just painting the whole face. So I see the whole face as one shade. And maybe except the T, I'm gonna keep it a little white over here. Now coming down over here, you're looking for the biggest connection. Everything is about relationship. You're painting the relationship right here. So now you see the nose, all those things, it's just exercise. Now it's almost become invisible. Well, this is fine. It should already in your mind. So on the neck over here, you know that the shadow side over here is going to be darker a little bit later. And coming down to the front, it has a little bit more yellow color. So I'm going to just add a little yellow color. Because after you get used to one working, if the color mixing system working for you, I like simple. If that working for you, in your mind, you're seeing every color in a room, only the three colors. So I would not say, looking at, look at that green color. In my mind, there's no green color. Oh, some yellow color, a little bit more yellow than the blue, and mixed together, a little bit yellow, green color. And you can say that. But looking at this color and just some blue color plus a little yellow color and probably the same amount of color, probably a little red because it's not so bright. So in your mind, you get used to analyze it in a simple system. Now we're coming down over here. Now I put this color to see how this color coming down together looks like this. And on the side over here, I'm gonna mix a little, looks like a green color. So I'm gonna mix this color with a little yellow color. Okay. And do you know what? You can change the color if you want. And if you think about maybe other color would make it look better, and you can change the color. I'm gonna use this color a little bit more muted and put over here first. I think I still need a little bit more blue color, so I'm gonna mix a little blue color in here. Here you go, something like this. I'm gonna leave a little gap over here. And now I'm gonna see how those colors go together and if they look good. If they don't look good, you're gonna change the color. The same thing that you paint with other medium. And I'm gonna also see how the color looks like in the back over here. I'm gonna see just a few masses of colors together to see how the whole picture will look interesting. And I'm gonna put a little color. I'm gonna see how those colors will work together. I'm gonna put some yellow color in here. And I'm looking for, I think on this side it looks fine, but I don't like this hard edge. So what I would like to do is to soften it. Now this is not taking too much attention. Maybe on the top over here, I should also put a little bit blue color in it. So when you see me now, it doesn't really matter if I'm doing a portrait or doing a landscape. I'm doing a painting. So all you try to see how the color balance, how the color become interesting. And this looks like a skinny rectangle. Rectangle shape usually looks uninteresting because there's no motion, there's no direction, there's no action in there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna break this. So it's all about the ideas. It's not about a person or some other things. Now this is good. Things over here at the bottom accumulate the wet. I'm gonna remove that so that avoid it to coming back. I like to have the paper a little slanted so I know that the water will going into one direction. So it's not going to all direction. Now this is good. I think the color, except over here, should have a little bit softer. So it's all about connection. Connection. How are you gonna play out the connection? Now the top over here is almost dry. Now what I want to do, I'm gonna separate this into two sides. I'm gonna use a little bit bigger brush. I'm using this number 12, my round brush. So let's take a look at a little darker color area. First, I'm looking for the color I want and thinking about the color that I already have in the mixing area. Make the process a little bit more economic. So I'm gonna add the little yellow in here. I got the brown color I want. And I'm gonna start from the top in the forehead because that is a little bit more brown color. Actually, that brown color should be a little warmer. So I'm gonna introduce a little bit more red into the same area. If it's not enough, just tap a little red color. So that's good. Now I'm looking for how the color gradually coming down over here a little bit lighter. Here you go. Now coming on the side. Oh, this is good. And after the highlight, the color over here is still light enough for the highlight. And this is, I think, the area for the eye. So think about the eye, you think about the shape. You know what you're painting. I'm going to paint the nose. I'll paint the eye area. Stop, keep thinking about the eye. You know that's the eye, looking for where are the shapes around the area and what are the color for the area. And that's it. When you think about shape, color, and value, and the value when you do it in watercolor is so simple. A little bit darker color, less water, mix the color. You got it. I'll make it lighter, add a little water. Coming over here, I'm going to soften a little bit because I want that a little bit continue. Now coming over here, coming down on the cheek, it has a little bit more red. So I'm going to put a little red color over here. Now what I want to do, first I'm going to do the side of the nose, also a little warm. And this, the bottom of the nose, supposed to be. And if every time you observe, evaluate again, that's the fun part. Okay. And now looking for the side, I'm just looking for shapes. And then looking for the side of the cheek over here. And then here you go. And now I keep the highlight. You see that? I have the highlight over there. What I'm trying to say is you want to have fun. This is all you want to do. But at the same time, if you make money, even better. Right? But if you are not having fun, even making money, it's still like a lost the purpose, the principle of making art. So try to free yourself from any other thing, especially the fear. This is my challenge for you. It would come to the way you want it. If you want to be lighter, you wash it. Want to be darker, put another color. Make a darker color to it. And you can change it. I'm going to show you how to change it. Now over here, I'm going to have the little lighter, which is just the water. I'm going to have this coming down over here like this. And now I'm going to take a look at on the side. This color is still wet, so I'm not going to coming into that yet. I'm going into the under the chin, and I put that shape in here, and I get a little warm color coming over here. That's under the chin. Right now, it still look like abstract to you, but it's okay. And now I'm going to, well, why don't I just put a little color, suggested maybe a little bit darker, add a little blue color so it'll be a little bit more neutral. So what I want to do here, I'm gonna show you. Directly painting shape. Like that. Some color connected, that's fine. And what I want to do, I want to have here a little bit lighter. So think about shape, the value of the shape, the color of the shape, that's all you need to do. Now a little bit lighter over here. Now I'm going to come to the other side. I want to create stronger contrast between the light and the shadow. So I'm going to make the shadow a little bit stronger. I'm squinting my eyes, so I'm going to see how I'm going to exaggerate it. Okay. That's the part. You also need to, that is going to come from your experience. And I want the shadow side a little bit cooler because the light side is warm. So I'm going to come in here. Let's see. And start over here. And look at the eye on this side is actually in the shadow side. So I organize this into as the shadow side. And under the nose over here above the mouth. So I'm gonna make this whole side to be just the shadow. It's okay. And under here I'm gonna have introduce a little bit, look like a little bit greens, which is I'm gonna add a little yellow color. And that's it. I'm come over here So I can see the neck actually turning over as a cylinder. Right. I'm going to come in like this. That's good. And under here, I could use the same color and define the jawline. So I'm gonna let this dry before I come back. So what I want to do now, I'm gonna put in the other shapes, big shape, which the hair. So let's see. It needs a little bit warmer. So I'm gonna take a little red color, and here you go. So that's it. And take a look. Right on the top. Take a look for the shape. Look for the shape. Now I'm gonna come in down over here. I need a little bit warm color, so I put a little warm color in here. Now let's continue. And I need this coming down over here, and no, that's fine. Coming over here, I just put the color in first, and the hair on this side like this. So when I say here, I just identified the place. But in fact, what I care about is how the shape look. All right, coming here. Just put some color there. And the bottom over here should be a little bit darker. So I get help from the other two colors, and it should be a little warmer. So take that. Like that. And on the neck over here, I come back later because that is still quite wet. So the timing also important in the watercolor painting. Now I'm going to keep going in other places. And I think the catch the shadow have a little bit warmer over here. I'm going to just put the shape right over here. That's the catch the shadow. Well, you can say catch the shadow, but for me, it's just try to find that color. Now I'm going to come into the dress and take a little yellow color, and I'm going to add a little shape. So try to make the audience feel like, oh, it's actually a little silky dress, because the shape suggests the material. Okay, that's fine. Okay, on this side, so a few strokes, and that's it. And the top over here has a little shape on the top, looking for that. A little yellow. Here you go. A little shape over here, and a little shape like this. You see how free that you paint. You don't really need thinking about what's the pencil line. I think I already have enough suggestions, and I'm gonna thinking about, I think that's just fine. What I want to do now, I'm gonna, that effect is interesting. And watercolor also is not about controlling. It's just your problem solving. Okay, let the problem come. Okay, welcome the problem. And let it come, and then see, how I'm going to lead you to other direction. You are thinking about you controlling everything, every situation, you're probably already depressed. Because in this world, in life, nothing, every day, nothing go with the way that you want it. And what I want to do now, I'm going to do a little lifting. Because look at the hair, the curve, it's very beautiful. I'm going to tap over here. Now I use this bigger brush. Now make a little highlight on the top. over here, I'm gonna have this a little highlight. Just use the corner of the brush. And a little highlight over here. So over here I want to have a little light color over here. And a little color over here. And a little color over here. Over here, a little curve. But how are you going to describe the curve? Observe. Looking for the solution. And a little bit coming over here. I'm going to break this a little bit. Now I soften the edge over here. I only deal with the area that you want to lift it up. I'm still waiting for this to dry. So now I'm going to come into the eye in the center over here already dry. So maybe I'm going to add a little color over here first. So in the next 2 days, I would like you to see what you can do. If you want to do some experiment, that would be great. Okay, what I want to do now, I'm going to give a little dark area. I'm going to give a little dark area over here. And take a look. And the edge of the face. Set a little color in here. Like this. And I'm going to have a little bit lighter color as considered a transitional. Just think about the shape. If you put the shape over there, even look like her, but it's not interesting. And you might want to consider to find other way, maybe change it. Like over here, I'm going to see how this color, this shape, it would make it look interesting. Maybe something like coming down like this. Maybe like that. And then come down to, I'm painting from outside to inside. When I do art, I'm not trying to copy. I'm taking things that I want and recompose it. I'm gonna put a little dark color because I try to create that curve. Now also think about the balance within the painting. It's very important. Like say, it looks like everywhere a little bit like a middle tone. And at this point, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take care of the balance. And what I would like to do, I'm going to take this blue color right over here. Do you see my eyes are always squinting? So I'm try to find a connection. I'm not just try to find a color. When you open your eye, you see the color. When you squint, you find connections. How that is going to, I'm going to make this side a little bit darker. I'm not sure. I have to break something. This is what I mean, a risk taking. The whole thing. And maybe a little lower than the shoulder. Over here need to be a bit softer. Maybe that's too high. There's nothing you can go by other than your feeling. And I want that to have some soft feeling. I'm going to drop some water over here. Here you go. Maybe the wrong thing to do, but I have to try it. But the balance is a little bit better. I can clear the background and the shoulder a little bit later, maybe now. So I'm going to draw the line over here. That probably already suggests where's the shoulder. Maybe the background is not dark enough. And maybe I should come back to it a little bit later. On the top over here, maybe put this color over here so that it cute some white color. which is the white of the paper. So that way I have a little bit more attention back to the face. Now over here it's already dry, so I'm gonna start working a little color in here, which is, so I'm looking at it, looks like a little bit more yellow. I'm gonna pick a little yellow color. Okay, now what I want to do is just overlay some yellow color. And over here should blend over on the neck, because the whole neck it look a little bit lighter. It's okay. Now I'm going to lift up a little color over here, make it a little bit lighter. Alright, we're going to close up the painting. Bend this a little, like that's fine. And that keeps suggesting, does not listen to me. All right, I think the overall compositions are already interesting to me. Give it the time that I have, and I'm coming into the face. Now I'm looking into the smaller form, and I'm going to take this color. That is the form, this for the shape of the eyebrows. And I'm going to make a little softer, coming around like this. And then on this side, and also I see that maybe a little cooler color. And here for the eyelid. And also a little blue color underneath in the lower eyelid. Like this. That's fine. And now I come to the other side. Give a little suggestions on the, it's soft. Soft's good. Because in the shadow side, it's not supposed to have too much definitions. Now I'm coming down to the nose over here. Like that little shape. And a little warmer for the nostril. And then on the face, we're gonna do a little warmer color to show the curve right here. And that should also connect with the color over here from the eyelid and connecting over here. But may not be that dark, so I'm gonna just let go the color, connect that right here. And looks like the nose have a little bit more red and over here. Looking for that. And that's good. Now coming over here, this color a little bit softer coming down over here. And maybe on the side over here, I'm gonna get a little red color. And have this area a little warmer. So after you're taking care of the bigger connection, making the artwork it's going to be interesting, and then coming in to give a little bit more suggestions so that people believe that, oh, there is a person. And that's all you try to do. And now come back to the mouth, and that should be easy. Get a little red color. All you are doing is not doing the mouth, you're doing that little shape. Now looking for here, coming here. Okay. And that this lip should be moving a little bit more toward the right hand side. And here should be a little bit longer over here. Like that. And this is a little bit soft. I need to be dry a little bit faster. All right, and take a look at the lower lip and have a little brighter red color. So it's good. I'm gonna just tip a little red color coming over here. like that. That's good. She did not hear me. And coming the lower lip. That's good. A bit softer. Now coming to on the other side, I'm looking at the form underneath the mouth. That's very important. That is showing that how the shape around. Because if you're painting the eye looks good, the nose looks good, but between those, they don't look good. The lightness won't be there because the lightness mostly is in between those things, like the cheek, how much it curved. Now I'm going to soften this a little bit like that. And on top of the mouth, I'm going to also make this a little bit, keep a little white, a little bit like that. And now I'm going to come into the eye. Okay, the eye is easy. I'm looking for the shape. Here we go. Right over here. And that's the place. Draw a little shape like this. Look, observation is very important. And on this side, we actually a little bit more like orange colors. I'm gonna, when you see that, you want to change the color. And also a little bit under here. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more light brown color for here. You see the form, see the color, and take the suggestions and make it. And now I'm coming into inside the iris. And coming back a little brown color in the corner over here. Looks like a little triangle. A little more. Now, looking at it, it should be have a little bit stronger, like that, and also a little red color, and around here. Now I'm going to have this transition a little bit softer, so I have to see the gradient color. And take a look at the nose, and I'm going to add a little red color. You see the transition over here? Add a little shape over here. And so you can see the plane from here and turning like that. And have a little bit color underneath over here, showing a little changing at the bottom. Like that. Now, we're gonna looking at the chin. It's very important. The chin over here. I'm gonna get a little red color under here. There's a little chin, looks like a triangle, like that, right over there. And take a look at the neck. It has a little turning coming here. See that color over there. Now this is good. And the other eye, I'm just going to give a little minimum suggestions. And eyebrows. And now I'm going to come in to mix a little darker color. And the blue and the yellow. Make a little bit more red, a little bit more blue. Now mix a dark color. A little more. Now here we go. I'm coming over here. Give a little suggestions. And over here the side, little suggestions. And use this to define the edge of the face. And almost the same color over here too. And I'm going to come back to use my bigger brush. And let's see. Get a little more yellow color over here. Here we go. so you can see the more connection like that. There we go. Coming on this side. Then here, look at the contour. Now coming on this side, still think about the layout, whether or not it's interesting. I'm going to change different blue color. Okay, now on this side, cue the little light over here. On this side, maybe a little similar color coming through over here. And let's see, I need to define the outside and inside of the shoulder, so I'm gonna give it a little bit darker inside the background. I want this color. Let's see. Now it's a separation. And you are trying to describe the relationship. And over here, I want to have similar color over here, so it can echo a little bit. So I'm gonna get a little orange color. A little bit softer over here, like that. And I think the clothing is fine. They are fine. Maybe a little bit suggestion showing the fold. One more minute. Let's see. Now the last thing I'm going to do, come back to the eye. So all in a good timing. Okay. Now into the eye over here, there's a catch the shadow. I'm gonna have a couple lines. And now that is the separation between the chin and the neck. And now what I want to do, thumbs up. Now I'm gonna soften a little bit. I'm gonna need a little bit bigger brush because I don't want to create some texture. So I'm gonna keep a little bit soft. So what I want to do is here, just use the bigger brush and soften the edge a little bit, and even have a little bit this color in.